we're just gonna go for a test drive. And some people get on here to tell me when I move if this mobile data is gonna be enough to keep a good picture or not. Turns out this is gonna be harder than I thought. I'm gonna need a whole professional setup, but I might have figured something out in the meantime. We will see. I'm gonna wait to pull off till I get at least one person in here to tell me how the picture is, for one, and if the connection goes wacky once I, leave a wired Wi-Fi connection. Alright, we got one person on here. Is the picture clear? Can you hear me? Nobody wants to see some windshield wipers. Alright guys, I'm just going on a test stream here before I hit YouTube. Apparently I need 50 subscribers on YouTube to be able to go live. So I want to try to work out the kinks on Facebook before we do that. And I have 22 on YouTube, so I need like 30 more. So please go to Dana's dashboard, DoorDashing, and subscribe so we can get rolling. But if any of you could comment on how the picture looks and if you can hear me or not, that'd be great. Can you not see it, Christy? See, I need to get on my other phone and see what y'all see. Hold on, let me go get my other phone real quick. Come on, keep coming, guys. Alright, so now I can see what y'all see from other phone here. Alright, I am going to try to leave this location and see if the picture stays clear. If y'all could give me some feedback on that. So now I can see what y'all see from other phone here. Woo. All right, I am going to try to leave. Why did that do that? All right, guys, tell me if the picture stays clear as I'm driving around or not. Especially after I leave this area. This is where I'm... Oh, shit. Thought I locked my steering wheel. Okay. Really meant to wash my windshield for y'all. Totally forgot. Oh, see, we've already lost connection. So I talked to a guy today about getting a Wi-Fi connection in the car so that that doesn't happen. I kind of want to be as professional as I can get here, but like I said, it's a learning process of how to make that all work. But I wanted you guys to be a part of that. So I'm just going to go up the street here. Oh, the lights are terrible on here. We're going to need that, a better option too. So I did get the dash cam if anybody can hear me. And I ended up buying one that does not have broadcast capabilities. So while it will work for videos, it will not work for live. So we're trying to figure out a different way until I can hire me a guy to just set this shit up, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm trying, and we'll get there, because where there's a will, there's a way to do anything. Can you all still see me up the street here? And how about if I... shit. Awesome. So that might work for now until I get... And I will, on YouTube, once I hit 50 subscribers, I will have a landscape profile instead of the straight up and down to give you a better view. However, Facebook won't cooperate with that. So, like I said, I need 50 subscribers on YouTube to be able to go live. We're at 22. At Dana's Dashboard DoorDashing. Like and subscribe so we can get rolling here. I know it's going to be a slow start, but I do plan on going live every single time I'm out dashing. Even if I don't have a ride along to interact, slowly but surely we'll build a crowd. Kind of funny that most of my audience right now is from Indonesia, which is interesting. But like I said, we just did a little test ride here. I'm waiting on Kylan to get home. And then we are probably going to go out and do a couple orders just to see how this is going to go. He had a basketball game all the way out in Franklin today. And I did not go because my sister, we all got the stomach bug, and me and Kylan already had it, and then my niece got it, and then my sister had it. So I kept the baby last night. Her first little sleepover. Oh, see, now it says I have a slow connection, but I think it's just in here. I've always had a bad connection in here. So you know what? And you know what, another thing I'm confused? I can see I could see a couple of you commenting, but up on the top it says I only have one viewer. So I'm going to go around the block again here. I wish they had something like I could hear you guys talk instead of reading while I drive. That would be awesome. But that's why I'm going to have my little sidekick. We're also going to give him a little introduction. The last one was kind of all about me. And he's such a good kid, he needs a little recognition, right? I don't like to pull out in front of people, so we're just going to wait. If anybody that's watching, could you just reply here? Because like I said, I see one eyeball, but I see more of you commenting. So if you could just say here so I know that there are people on there. I think I'm just going to go up to Sheets and turn around. Hi, Amy. Hi, Holly. Long time no see, both of you. Oh, this is going to be so fun. I can't wait. So the goal is I'm going to try to get actual Wi-Fi in my car. I'm not sure the easiest way of doing that, but I've reached out to find out if anybody knows some technical people that know what the hell to do. Send them my way. So when I get home, I'm going to try to flip the camera around and see what that view looks like. And I wonder if I have night vision on or not. And YouTube, it let me go a live option, like a scheduled live option once. And when I tried to do it this time, it said you must have 50 subscribers. So that is our next goal. We hit 22. Now we need 50. I ended up having to go buy like a, what would you call that? A dashboard mount for my phone. Again, we did get the dash cam, but I looked at Wi-Fi and thought, oh, this will work. Well, apparently you need one that broadcasts live, and the one that I purchased does not. So this is plan B for the time being. But I don't think it's too bad, actually. See, I wonder why it just says I have one viewer when there's clearly at least two of you. I wonder if you guys are on private if you can't see it, maybe. Alright, so I'm just going to go up here, turn around, go back to my little spot. Turn the camera around so you can see me, see how that view looks. And I got to remember when I'm doing my defrost to talk real loud because I can't hear shit. And of course I peeped out I thought, this was my big bright idea, but there are other YouTubers out there doing the exact same thing. So I think it might work in this area, maybe. And anything you do, you get better at, right? Learning curve. Oh, there goes the slow connection again. Does it break up when that happens? I'm going to have to watch this back so I can see what the hell's going on when I get that slow connection notification. But yeah, that flu going around is terrible, guys. Everybody got it. I think it went through a couple of the basketball players, their parents, my family, everybody else's family I talked to. Every other post on Facebook is my stomach hurts, I got the bug. And we tried, I Lysol'd the hell out of my apartment. And wore a mask, aired it out, gave it days before the baby came. She came and still got it. So crazy. I hate getting out here too. I'd rather turn around and go out the other way. This way is stupid. Oh, sweet, Amy. Yeah, I get a little notification that says slow connection, so maybe it's just enough to keep it going. You know what? These guys are stupid, and they're all in the other lane. Maybe I'm the stupid one who needs to go in the turning lane here instead of being Mrs. Patient. All right. I'm going to go back to my little parking spot, wait on Kylan, turn the camera on me. Anybody else on there got that bug now? Good news is it doesn't last very long. It seems like, and people had it differently. Like I had it just up the one end, other people had it both ends. But it seemed like I had a couple bouts where I threw up and then I felt better other than the body aches for probably a day. Oh, what's that? Mandy Jones. Hey, Mandy. Danielle Marie, I don't know if you're still on there, but hey, girl, hey. Pin your YouTube link whenever you go live. Awesome, Amy. Kylan's my guy for that, see? I wasn't even thinking, and I didn't know you could do that before you went live. I was going to pin it after the fact, but I think you are correct. Anybody on there right now that's new, we need 50 more subscribers on YouTube so we can get live on there. If you just at Dana's Dashboard DoorDashing, you should find it until I get the link up. Like I said, this year was just kind of a test run to see if the mobile connection was going to be enough. And if the picture was going to be clear enough from my phone. And so far, I think we're doing okay. I think it might work, which I'm super excited. I've only put a couple videos on YouTube with a couple shorts trying to get a couple subscribers before we got live. And to my surprise, overall, we have almost 9,000 views, which I know for YouTube isn't a lot, but for us in like 2 days, I'm excited. And I know I got some haters out there like, oh, she's trying to be a famous YouTuber. And no, I don't have to be famous. It was something to do for fun. And you know what? Them hating is just going to make me want to do it even more. So keep talking your talk. I'm going to keep walking my walk. And I'm about to make shit happen. Like I said, I'm out there door dashing anyway. Might as well live stream it. I don't like the lights on this though. The lights kind of glare. I think daytime would be okay. Thank you, Amy. You the best. Because ask my sister, I cannot multitask, especially driving and doing something else. Ain't happening. Especially when Kylan's in the car. And when he's not, sometimes I will be by myself. I probably won't be interacting with chat much because I'm driving, but I will try to interact in between dashes. And like I said, when he can't be with me, I'm going to have some special guest ride-alongs. Anybody that might be interested in that for a day, just to help with the video and interact with chat. It'll be fun. And you get to be on YouTube. Yay! Alright, so pulling back into my little spot here. It still says I only have one viewer, which is weird. See, when I pull in here is when I get not the best reception, which sucks. Alright, so let me try to switch my camera here. Oh yeah, you can't see me at all. Is there a night vision? Oh! See, now we're going to break up because I'm sitting here. Oh, now it says I have 6 people. If you guys could share on there, like I said, we're trying to reach 50 subscribers on YouTube so we can go live on YouTube. What the hell? What the helly? I'm trying to, maybe if I turn my light on. Oh. I don't know about that. So, let's see here. There was a night vision option earlier. I don't see it now. Anybody know? Where's Lake? I don't know. But yeah, seeing me in the dark is terrible. But I kind of look like crap today anyway, so thumbs up, sideways. There goes the slow connection again. So right now I just had a slow connection. Did it break up for you guys right then? Or did it stay good? Michael Morris, haven't seen you in a long time. Long time no see. Think I seen your brother Bill, but even that's been a long time. Okay, now. No, it stayed. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Let's see. And now that I know that I'm good to go, I'm excited to get on here and with Kylan and do a dash or two because it's a new week and Monday, what's today? Tuesday. Yesterday, I planned to go out because I try not to have to make all my money in one day. I like to split it up a little bit. And I planned to go out a little bit yesterday, but like I said, Kylan had a basketball game and I ended up having the baby because my sister was sick. And I was up all night last night with the baby, so I kind of slept all day. So Tuesday, and I didn't make no money for the week yet, so I definitely got to get out there. But I wanted to get on and make sure that this shit was going to work so we could get on tonight. And if we can't, I doubt we're going to be able to get on YouTube tonight because like I said, we need 50 subscribers. So if you're new on here, go to YouTube and at Dana's Dashboard DoorDashing and subscribe so we can get live on there. Please and thank you. Love you long time. Hi, Aunt Adrian. Long time no see for you too. I haven't been in a bar for almost 20 years. Well, shit. I'm happy to be out of a bar right now currently. Long story. Maybe we'll get into it another day. I just needed a break. Especially on hormone medication. new hormone medication initially. Had a couple crash outs. My first DoorDash ever, I tried to go in Aldi's and shop. I crashed out in there. My sister had to come in and rescue me. But I tried to, just the wrong order to start on. And apparently my phone wasn't cool enough to do a tap to pay. So I finally figured everything else out and get up to the register, and I'm stuck with no way of paying for the shit and didn't know what to do. If you've ever DoorDashed, you don't have a whole lot of, I mean, there is customer support, but when you're standing in the middle of the store with a line behind you, it's definitely frustrating. So I called my sister, like, just get me the fuck out of here. She was in the parking lot waiting on me. An hour later, she's messaging me, are you okay? I'm like, no, no, I'm not. So I had to order, actually, I got a new phone so that I could tap to pay. But in the meantime, I ordered the red card. So we got that today. I got my door dashing bag, keep the food warm. Let me see. I don't want to just drive around for the sake of driving around because gas. And I wish anybody on there know how I can like lighten up this camera, like seeing me, like where my night vision might be. Oh my, you got a lot going on. Yes, I do. Well, a lot less now. The last year I've had a super lot going on. Oh my goodness. I'm just so happy and blessed to be where I am right now. And I think too, when you have that kind of situation happen in your life, your perspective changes. I don't really know. I just feel so blessed. I try to explain to people how I feel. The only thing I can like relate to it is I feel like I won $1 million. I feel like I scratched $1 million lottery ticket and won. And even more than that, because you can't buy your life. And like I said, for 3 months, they pretty much told me I was dying. Not in those words. The words that they use are prolong your life. It's most likely breast cancer in your lung, and in that case, we're just going to prolong your life. In other words, in time, you're dying. So I went through a whole lot. Let's see, I think at one point I told the doctor, you got to be running out of things to biopsy. I had both my breasts biopsied, my right one biopsied once, and I had a right mastectomy. If you guys don't know, I have an implant in my right breast. The other breast after an MRI showed 3 different things that needed biopsied. So they were biopsied. 5 chunks out of each one, which is 15. Blessed, all came back, not cancerous. So my left boob is good. But I had a PET scan that showed that I had nodules on my lung and my right lung, 2 of them. And I had lymphnopathy in the lymph nodes around my lungs. They call it like your mediastinal or your hilar. It's basically the space in between your lungs or whatever. So anyway, I had one where they went down my throat and took biopsies of the lymph nodes. They thought that they would get the answer there. What they said was it was either breast cancer in my lung, which was most likely because of, we already knew I had breast cancer and the proximity, my right breast, my right lung, or it could have been lung cancer for smoking for 30 plus years. So that's what the biopsies were for. They went ahead and put a port in. So by the way, I have a port for no reason. Again, minute because I'm still blessed, which I need to make an appointment and go get that out ASAP. But where was I? Oh, so they did the lymph node biopsies down my throat, and that came back not cancerous. And both the lung surgeon and the cancer doctor are still telling me, no, it's still cancer. It's still cancer. Like, there's no way it's not cancer. And I even asked the one doctor, I said, okay, hypothetically speaking, let's say it comes back negative, then what? And he said, well, you'll have a team of about 25 doctors, basically telling me there's no chance in hell it's not coming back cancer. So they went ahead, put the port in, all that. So then they do the biopsy through my side into my lung. And blessed, that also came back not cancer. I'm trying to tell a little bit about that situation and read my comments at the same time. Again, not a multitasker. Well, thank you for praying, Mike. They definitely work. I definitely feel like my prayers were answered. I remember I didn't try to think about it too much because I felt like if I thought about it, I was going to have like an anxiety attack. But one time I let myself like break down and I just begged, like, I didn't get love, I didn't get money, just let my son keep his mother. Let me get him through high school. That's all I wanted. That's all I cared about. Because, having a son whose other parent has already passed away is an extra burden on my shoulders. Like I said, we're just waiting on him to get back from basketball. I would have went, but it was all the way in Franklin. I do normally go, even to the far ones. But I had the baby this morning. I was tired. It's been a long time since I had a baby overnight. And she's breastfed, so she did get up a couple times. And was mad as hell I didn't have a boob to give her. She checked. Hi, Eric. Long time no see. All right, let's see here. Angel. Got a couple more people on here now. If you guys haven't subscribed on YouTube yet, at Dana's Dashboard DoorDashing, you should find it. Please subscribe so we can get live on there. Like I said, I know it's going to be a slow start, but I do plan on going live every single time I'm out DoorDashing. And I think over time we will build an audience. And I think it'd be kind of cool to see this town on YouTube, right? And I think I can record people in public places, not any DoorDash things. And even in public, I think I might need like consent. So if you ever see us out and about at like Taco Bell or Sheetz or wherever we're picking up a damn order, and you want to be on camera, I believe I'm allowed to do that with your consent. But we'll see. Like I said, this is all a learning process for me. And I did talk to a guy today. We're going to try to get an actual Wi-Fi setup inside the car. And I don't even, what kind of guy would you hire to do that? Like, I just want to hire somebody like, this is what I'm trying to do. Set that shit up. Here's the money. Would that be like a computer technician? Would that be like I don't know. I have no clue. I know I need the laptop in the car to do like the editing, and I don't want a whole lot of editing. That's why we wanted to do live. I wanted to be as real and as raw as possible. But we do want to put on like tickers, like how many dashes we've been on in that night. Like every one we go on, it would count that, or how much money we've made for the night would come up on the screen automatically. And I don't know if having all those things connected to a hotspot, if the connection would be reliable enough. So far, we're working great, but that's with no editing and stuff. Has anybody ever heard of Starlink or Starlink Mini? Because I kind of looked into that a little bit. I think it's a little bit pricey, but if anybody knows, who the hell knows how to do shit like that? Of course, our One Valley person, everybody knows Sean Starkey. Shout out to him. He was the only guy I could think to ask. But like I said, so far, just my camera in the mobile connection is working okay for the meantime. And like I said, I did get the dash cam. And I can do some videos on there in time, but it does not do live, which I thought it would, which kind of sucks. But that's why I want to talk to a guy, because I don't want to just keep buying stuff and it not work the way that I think it's going to work. I want to just hire a guy that knows what the hell he's doing. Let's see, what else can we talk about while we're waiting on Kylan? Like I said, this was just kind of a test stream to see how the... Right, I just got a new phone, because mine sucked, especially just even out trying to DoorDash was terrible. It was so laggy. If my sister called, my phone lagged for like 5 minutes, and that you can't have that when you're out in the middle of a dash or using the GPS. You need to know where to go. And then I need a new charging cord, because that connection keeps, like, I'm about to plug in my phone right now, and you'll hear it'll keep connecting and reconnecting and connecting and reconnecting. Just pretty annoying. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So I think I'm just going to get, see, a cigarette lighter one. April. Hey, girl, hey. Sharice. Ashley, your baby is so cute. He is just adorable. But I think he looks like his daddy. Sorry. Love ya. Let's see. I'm still trying to figure out how to... Kylan will know. I'm just going to wait. I know I'm really dark. Maybe if I turn this one on. Oh, that's a little bit better. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. But he will know when he gets in the car. I'll be like, oh, here you go, Mom. Do. It's frustrating sometimes because I'm trying to do something. He'll just grab the phone and be like, I'm like, what did you just do? 13-year-olds know more about technology than we do, for sure. All right, guys, I think that was a pretty good test stream. We're probably going to come back on in a little bit, because I'm going to have to live from Facebook until we get the 50 subscribers on YouTube. So, when Kylan gets home and we get something to eat, because I'm starving right now, we will probably jump back on and do a couple dashes. All right, we will see you guys in a little bit. Bye.